morning Taliban is in the street. We're scared. We go in the night in the airport.
Amid mayhem around Kabul's airport, evacuations are ramping up.
We're seeing thousands of refugees being processed and moved out of the country, but for everyone who gets out, there are of course many trapped behind the gates, unable to get through.
With the August 31st deadline to withdraw all military forces now just 1 week away, US officials reporting helicopters and troops were sent into Kabul to extract Americans and airlift them to the airport. But many Americans and thousands of Afghan allies remain. President Biden indicating the pullout could be pushed back, but the Taliban saying failure to meet the deadline will cause mistrust, claiming it's their red line.
If they are intent on continuing the occupation, so it will provoke a reaction.
Planes flying almost 11,000 people out over a 12-hour period Monday, more than twice the number of people evacuated in the same period Sunday. Hundreds now arriving in Virginia and dispersing to Fort McCoy, Fort Lee, Fort Bliss and Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst. Afghan refugees forced to leave everything they know behind.
This is one of the most studied vaccines in history. On top of the more than 40,000 volunteers in the clinical trial, we now have 8 months worth of real-world data from the more than 1.2 billion doses that were given out around the world. The FDA granting full approval for Pfizer's vaccine, the fastest vaccine approval in FDA history. Pfizer becoming the first vaccine to move past emergency use authorization. Their shot, made with mRNA, does not contain any part of the coronavirus and does not alter people's DNA. In order to get full FDA approval, Pfizer had to undergo a more stringent review, submitting results from its ongoing clinical trials and proving substantial evidence of effectiveness.
The FDA not just took their time and did the due diligence that needed to be done, but did it quickly and efficiently.
The move paves the way for more corporations, government, and schools to issue vaccine mandates. The Pentagon now preparing to require the shot for its 1.3 million active duty troops. New York City announcing shots will now be required for all school employees, with weekly testing no longer an option. And workers at United Airlines have 5 weeks to show the now required proof of vaccination. While the FDA's full approval of the Pfizer vaccine applies to those 16 and older, the agency making it clear that does not mean it should be given off-label to younger children. But this first full approval could be a game changer for those who have been hesitant to get a shot. A recent poll finding that 3 in 10 of those unvaccinated would be more likely to get it now.
Those who've been waiting for full approval should go get your shot now.
And with every state in the country now experiencing high community transmission except Vermont and Maine, more Americans are dying of COVID. Now, an average of 738 every day.